So the reason why
Are you singing? Oh my god, you sound like a girl.
Alright, yeah, so Sunny is the...
I'm just kidding. Oh, come on. Can't you take a joke?
No,
is the brother.
Yes,
Clearly
I
he's
can.
getting bullied, probably has some depression because of the bullying, and because he couldn't talk to anybody like his sister, you know, it really messed with him. You know, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna swoop right past you. What the freak? Oh my god. Just let me through, man. Just let me through. Ah, made it.
Wow. Aren't ugly band shirts a little outdated?
But my papa gave me this.
But your papa is such a weirdo.
What? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Chill out.
You know, I never really had a huge problem with bullying growing up.
Dad, right?
I wouldn't say I was one of the cool kids. I mean, come on. But I was pretty likable, and I had such a monotone reaction as most people, most things. I just like, I just really didn't care. I don't want to just. So it's like this. Yep. Juke him. Got him.
Hey guys, look. I think I can get this pencil stuck in Sonny's hair.
Don't! Ow, that hurts!
I want to go.
Come here.
What's wrong with you? We're just teasing. Now hold still.
Got him.
Sorry.
No.
Oh,
Dang.
sorry.
Okay. Got it. Whoa, that's intense. I hope nobody ever told this kid that you're gonna kill him. That's extreme. Oh, she can leap pretty far.
Sonny, why are you avoiding us?
I'm not. I wanted to.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that how you treat your mates?
Oh, got it.
No wonder we are only friends.
Go.
Sunny.
Dang. Okay. Okay. Dude, chill out. Okay, I just gotta think about this. Shoot another flare, maybe. Come on. Got it. So get the aggro. Kill him. Easy enough. I was gonna play this game. Come on. I was gonna play this game in Grist today because I looked on how long to beat of the website just to get an idea of how many sessions it would take to beat this. I saw that it was only, you know what? Why deal with that? Just go around.
Look at him. He even walks like a girl.
What? I'm just walking on.
Oh, look at me. I'm Sonny. I walk like this normally. Oh no, did I trip you?
Yeah, this is just straight
Sonny's
school
gonna
bullying
cry.
from this really
No,
crappy
no,
kid.
I'm not. I need to go.
Don't be such a wuss.
Actually, maybe I have gotten bullied before, but I just never realized it.
No, I need to hide.
want some of this? Yeah, one thing I worry about. Oh, man. There's so much talking going on that it's making it tougher for me to talk, and so I feel like I'm not doing enough. Ooh. I'm not doing enough commentaries, so people may think this is just boring. But I think that's just one of those things that it's kind of messed up. That I feel like this is just always going to be a competition that what I'm doing in my playthrough compared to somebody else's isn't going to be good enough. And so basically I'm always having to like try to keep talking. I'm always trying to have something interesting to say, because why would somebody want to watch somebody that's new when they can watch somebody that has like a few thousand like subscribers? But you know, your boy's just trying to, this boy's just trying to do his best. And I'm just trying to find my mojo. Oh, so yeah, Gris and this game are around like 3 hours long, so I have the day off today, so I'm kind of just taking the time to just see how far I can get. Maybe I can beat this game in one session. I'm not crouch walking, by the way. She's doing that on her own.
We're going to find you.
Why am I such a coward? They are my friends.
Oh, kid. Ooh.
We're going to find you. And then we're gonna kill you.
Yikes, kid. You have some issues you need to work out. It's like, nah, actually kids did say that. What am I saying? They just didn't have the whole idea of what killing actually meant, so they're just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, blah, 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 blah. Whoop. Okay, now I'm moving faster. Whoop, whoop. Come on. I'm out.
It can't be true. How did I miss this? I knew he wasn't happy at school, but
I'll try not to cry anymore. It isn't really that bad, right?
So
I'm so uncool. Maybe I deserve
the
it.
bird is his brother.
Sonny, I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me?
Aw.
Sonny. Wait! This is all their fault. They made you like this. I won't leave you alone again. I'll help you fight back. Where's my boat?
You little chess kid. Swim with me, and you can let it all out.
No, leave me alone. I need to reach Sonny.
So maybe that kind of monster is just...
Wherever you go.
That's just the embodiment of depression, you know, just like...
Whatever.
kind of, what's the word? Come on, think of it. You don't want it to let it engulf you, even though it keeps telling like, hey, it'll just be easier if you just let me just take over. When you know deep down this isn't what you want, it's not something that you need, but having something like that always near you, always like pestering you about it, eventually some people do give into it, which is really sad part, because that just leads to them going years without actually dealing with the depression, and it just keeps getting worse and worse until, you know, they have to deal with it much later compared to if they dealt with it early, or at least to suicide, which is the worst situation. Which, having suicidal thoughts is definitely a rough one to talk to somebody about, because I know for me, I had it.
Sure.
This is probably like around the time when I first started college, you know, going to a new college. I was doing community college, but I was still living with my mom. And we didn't have like the greatest relationship because my schooling wasn't the best. So like my grades were kind of just mediocre. And so doing classes and having a schedule that didn't make sense or made it worse. Like I had a math class that was like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and so I had to wake up really early, get on the train, and go all the way out there and take the bus to get to the school to make it there on time. And then I had classes that were like an hour or two apart, and so I would end up having to like go walk back into the town where the library is and sit there until my next class is ready, because it's just sitting at the college is just so draining. And I definitely got like my worst case of depression from there, of all places. Like I hated that school just because of what it made me go through. Cool. And so I understand, like, suicidal thoughts, you feel like, especially when you don't have a major in mind, or you're just kind of with a major that you know you don't want to do, you just feel like you're just wasting your time and you're wasting everybody else's time. You feel like you're just, you know, piece of crap. And so, like, I understand that whole mindset with it, but at the same time, I knew I didn't want to actually like do it, because every time I thought about a different way of how I would do it, it just seemed like it hurt. I was like, oh, this doesn't seem like the greatest thing for me to do. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was the closest. But you know, like, I know everybody has different reasons why they have those kind of thoughts, but I feel like it's just one of those things that nobody really wants to do, because you hear stories of people jumping off like the Golden Gate Bridge, and for those that actually did survive, they realized like in the decline or in the fall that they actually didn't want to do it and they wanted to live. Because, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Fair enough. I actually wasn't paying attention. I was in such commentary mode that I wasn't thinking about it. We should be good now. Yeah, at least we know what it looks like now. It's pretty gruesome. But yeah, I don't think anybody... Kind of looks like the honeycomb monster mixing with a mermaid. You know, so if anybody ever messages me and tells me, hey, I'm currently dealing with this kind of stuff, and they just need somebody to talk to, I'm willing to hear them out on it. Because I feel like if you didn't want somebody to know that kind of information, you didn't want to put yourself out there, you would probably just go ahead and just do it. But you want somebody to talk to, you want somebody to like take you out of that mindset to pretty much set you free or save you from that situation. Which I know with the many people that I watch, they say they get messages from people talking about, God, go away. Get messages from people saying how much their videos have impacted them and made them feel good about themselves, you know, really made their day. And that's the kind of stuff I want. I definitely want it. I won't lie and say that, you know, wanting to get messages from people or get any sort of. I really hope that you're as good as a swimmer as I am. Not showing off. I'm just saying. And you know that's definitely one of the reasons why I want to do it. I want to feel good just the way I want to make other people feel good. And to go back to what she said earlier in the game, she said like, I just want to help people. You know, you really want to do your best, and you want to show people that you're doing your best, and you're willing to try cough that way away from the mic. Apologies. Hey, I'm an idiot. Maybe not. I'm good. So, like, it's one of those things that nobody does a good deed without having an ulterior motive. That's honestly what I believe. I don't really care, like, what kind of good work that you're doing. You're doing this in order to get an award. You're doing this in order to get a thank you. You're doing this in order to, you know, boost your own ego. I'm doing this because, honestly, it makes me feel good when I know I made somebody else feel good. And that makes me feel selfish because I want to have more people message me, more people in my chat to talk to in order to make myself feel good, and it in turn makes the other person feel good as well. Then, you know, so be it. You know, it doesn't mean that, like, I'm a good person all of a sudden.
I never thought
it just means that I'm real, and I'm like, I understand what I'm doing. I want to be upfront with everybody else and know, like, hey, this is what he's doing, but he's doing it with a good heart in mind. You know, I'm not, some people may not say I'm a nice person, because I can be called a jerk. I'm more of a kind person that I look out for people, and it's just important to me that if I actually do care about you and what's going on with you, that I, you know, show it. Just like with her, like she obviously cares about her little brother, Sonny, but she wasn't trying to, like, you know, pay attention to what was going on with them. Is it possible to hate someone at first sight? You'll know what I mean if you met that angry goldfish. Can I jump out of this? Oh, I can. Huh. I thought I had to be like on a dock or something. No, she's a kind person, I bet. But, you know, things happen in her life with her boyfriend or any other stuff like her parents that she just wasn't trying to pay attention to it. I really like the music of this. It's definitely like the best game for me to do this. If it wasn't going to be this game, because this game didn't come out until, let's say, August, then I was probably going to play Gris, and I was probably going to talk about it in that, because that was actually the plan. I hope it's okay if I keep writing. Everybody is gone. It's actually a little comforting to imagine someone is out there. I had my artist, Allie, who, you know, she's the one that makes all my thumbnails. She's like a great person. She's always like creative and like trying to make sure she gets the image of what I have in mind done. And I was super lucky to get her as an artist. And obviously her information is going to be linked down below. But I actually wanted her to do the thumbnail for Gris first because, oh my God, I didn't know this game was coming out, and so I probably would have pushed Gris back a little bit more and just focus on this game. I want to jump down, but I don't think I should. Yeah, I'm not going to. So it's, you know, it's all good, you know. I have a plan of how many games I want to play this summer. And Gris being on that list is no big deal because, like I said, it was like it's a 3-hour game apparently. So it's an easy game to probably beat, and I could probably, you know, maybe not beat it today because I have somewhere I have to go later this evening. But at the very least, I could probably get like half of it done if I wanted to. grist. Yeah. I see, like, this is one of those points that, like, I knew I had another. Toss it. That was dumb. I had something else that I wanted to bring up, but I jump out. I just can't remember it right now.
Shoo.
I mean, I guess I've been talking about the whole, like, depression aspect. Whoever finds this, whoever you are, be careful of the water. The thing may chuckle, but it isn't here to tell you jokes. Yeah, but kind of just been doing the whole. Oh, yeah, okay. I know what I can jump down. Okay. Yeah, nope. Back up. Yeah, so now I guess I can. No, jeez, I'm actually just trying to go forward. There we go. I can bring up the whole situation of why it took me so long to start recording again. Because it isn't really obvious. I want to do streaming full time. I don't know, it's not something that you can just do in a day or do in a few months. But let me shoot this pigeon or seagull. Oh, bottle over there, and another seagull. And so I know it's something that's going to take time. So for me, it could take 2 to 3 years maybe before I can actually have like a fan base that's willing to say, hey, we'll help support you to get you full time because we just like your stuff and we want to help you out. I get that. And plus, you know, obviously saving up my own money to take care of myself so I can quit my job. But I was feeling like kind of depressed because with things going on with my roommate leaving in school, I used to write small letters to my friends during lessons. Unlike you, my friends were able to write back. I'm kind of fucking rude, but okay. Yep, there's that cold I was talking about. Even though I have the AC on, it's still hot in here. And I refuse to take the sweater off. I refuse. That's my thing. Yeah, so I took a big break from recording just to get myself in the right headspace again. Alright, that direction, obviously, where the big monster is, clearly. But, you know, I can just go from place to place, see what it has to offer. You know, it gives me time to actually talk. You know, you get so wrapped up with the idea that maybe you're not cut out for this, maybe you're not good enough for this. You know, with the whole beginning streaming thing, you can clearly tell, like, my beginning like episodes, like the audio wasn't that good. Like I didn't know how to fix the audio with my mic volume and the gains volume, how to mix that well. Like even for this, I don't know, I did some testing recordings before this just to see how it would sound, and you know, I could find out later after going through all of this, like, oh damn, I wish I raised my mic volume a bit more, or the gain was a bit too low, so now I don't think it's going to be as good as I want it to be. Come on. So during the time that I did record and I had everything like uploaded, I didn't feel too good. I honestly did. I feel like I wanted to be so near perfect as the same quality as the people that I watched, that when it didn't turn out that same way, or I had my roommate talking in the background, or had my dog possibly barking or whatever, it just didn't go the way I wanted to, so it kind of discouraged me a little bit. And that's why it took so long for me to actually, you know, get the courage really to face like the monster, or like the thing in my head saying like, hey, maybe you should just take this day off and just not record. Maybe you should just not do these edits and just like, you know, kind of just push to the side and just relax and just do nothing. But after a while, it gets so boring just doing the same thing over and over again, especially when you know you have something that you could be doing that will make you feel much better, and you know will make you feel better because it's the thing that you're kind of procrastinating on. That it feels nice to be able to record, and I have to get over this whole thinking that if it doesn't go well, then you screwed up, and now you need to take like a month-long break before you can get back into it. I'm kind of just done with that. I need to start setting like a somewhat of a schedule for myself, and maybe I'm not streaming on Twitch because, you know, I don't think necessarily, unless I'm playing like a new game, or I suddenly get like at least one person that's saying like, yeah, I'm willing to watch your stuff, or I see is more frequent in my comments to, you know, watch me stream, then it makes me feel better because I know I have something to look forward to. Otherwise, I'm just recording for YouTube, which, you know, I have no problems doing because it allows me to just focus on what is important, which is just the gameplay aspect. So with whatever. Here we go. I'm gonna leave something over here. So with everything that was going on from that whole transition of, oh, her and I are about to move out of this place and, you know, we're no longer together, that's like, that really started like affect my mental health, and it kind of still is, not because of like the whole breakup. It was more of a case of, you know, now I'm alone, and kind of matches with the game of how she feels alone and she has nobody to talk to and nobody to confide with. That, you know, eventually you do have to kind of just muster up the the inner beast. Not inner beast, that's not the right word. I'm trying to use something other than confidence, but, you know, you just need to be brave, I would say, and just take the chance to really learn to be better than what you are and what you can be, and learn to appreciate who you are as a person. Because, you know, like I said, I'm like 24 now, and when I had my other depressive like state during college, I was like 18, 19 years old. So, you know, it's been a few years. God, no, come on. It's been a few years since that's happened, and, you know, I've definitely grown a lot since that's happened, but I think it's important that this has happened as well, because now, because I'm trying something new, I'm trying to be my own adult, really, because oh, okay, I thought that was like a cat or something like up there. You know, I'm in this new apartment by myself, you know, I don't have like somebody living here with me. I'm not living with my mom anymore. It's just me and my dog. And so I'm slowly adjusting. You know, when I first got here in April, I tried to get my internet up as fast as I could because I knew it was important that I do.
Sure.
And I hope that, you know, me just, you know, strolling around, just getting these pigeons. I keep saying pigeons, they're seagulls. And any bottles, you know, doesn't bore you, because I am trying to keep up the commentary while I'm doing it. I was thinking about drawing you something, how the girl looked when I first met her. Then I remembered that I suck at drawing. Fair enough. You know, it'd be one thing if I was just, you know, walking around doing this and, you know, I'm just like, oh yeah, another bottle. Oh, a pigeon, I see one. Okay, let's get back on the boat. You know, that would be boring. I would fast forward to that. I wouldn't blame somebody if they fast forward to that. I don't blame anybody if they fast forward through all this. Like, is this considered a monologue? Oh, I got another trophy. It said runaway, but I'm guessing that's because maybe I'm just walking around so much. There's no way to actually run. So, just gotta do it this way. It's not wasted time going there. Just walk over here. But yeah, I think this is going well. This is what I needed. I just need like a break from the story just to like do something like this so I can just free myself basically. Why didn't he tell me? If he said something earlier, I could have helped him. That's one thing that's really sad, and it kind of, I guess, leads me to one topic that I did want to talk about, which was, you know, sometimes people don't feel that they can talk to anybody because they will think it's like a form of weakness, or they don't have time for you, or whatever. And so you keep getting this mindset that maybe you're just not worth it, and maybe nobody, oh, damn. Okay, never mind. I was like, I was like, oh man, I completely forgot where my boat is, but okay, good thing I walked back. And so you get into this. No, let me skip that. Basically, I'm trying to say is, whether it's me or family or a friend or whomever, it's important to talk about like mental health. It doesn't matter if you're like one of the biggest YouTubers or the biggest Twitch streamers, you know, if you need to have like a therapist, like you need to go talk to them like once a week to like get your mind right, then go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And what was really sad was there was like this YouTuber that recently just committed suicide. I can't remember his name. I knew, like, AJ, please just like look up his name so like people know who you're talking about. But I think you'll know who he is, like just from like the context. He was like a black streamer. He was like 29 years old. You've probably seen his videos, like funny clips and stuff like that. He was like a Super Smash Brothers player. You know, okay. I'm just gonna go towards him. He was a Super Smash Brothers player. He went missing in New York because something was happening. He was streaming, walking through the city, and you could tell something was wrong. But then he kind of went MIA for like a few days. And you know, me, I didn't really watch the guy, but I kind of thought, oh, okay, everything's just gonna be fine with him. He just needed like a break from everything. And you know, it wasn't until like maybe a week later you find out, oh man, he actually like committed suicide. And that kind of like struck me of just like, even though he had all this like fame and he was like well loved by the community and stuff like that, didn't really change the fact that how he was feeling still affected him. And it kind of hit me hard because I'm like, you know, I'm trying to get into this whole thing and I'm dealing with my depression and stuff like that. And so, whoops.
Guess you never thought you'd see me leave.